people in your country that like to crash planes and stuff, that America's going over there. That's just.
I have no dog in this fight between either of them.
You won't because Peter.
He was just trying to get a cam girl to teach people trades. So he thought, let's harness this power for good.
So I'm sure what all of our viewers are wondering is, are these on Pornhub?
I do not know.
I will check.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 12 of the Unfiltered Podcast.
Woo!
Welcome back, peoples.
Welcome back.
Skip the hugs and pass the drugs.
Again with the drugs, man.
Yes.
Every time.
We're the
Someone email Tyme some drugs, so shut up about it.
We're the Unfiltered Podcast.
I mean...
Remember, kids, always steal out of your mom's purse.
Yeah. If you can't do that, figure it out.
If you're a sponsor, please, I apologize. He is not as stupid as he sounds.
Remember, kids, stay in drugs, don't do milk, and drink your school.
Stay in drugs and don't do milk.
And drink your school.
I remember that shit Mantis said. What was it? Kicking name and taking asses.
We're here to kick names and take ass.
We're all out of ass.
A philosophy we shall live by.
All right, so we're going to start off with, so this shit happened. So the first thing to talk about is that apparently there was a court ruling that parking enforcement are no longer allowed to chalk your tires. It is a violation of your Fourth Amendment right to unreasonable searches and seizures. So I don't know if you've seen them, like downtown in our town, they'll chalk the tires, and then they'll come back later and then be like, oh, you know, you were there for this long or whatever.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're not.
I ain't never had nobody chalk my tires.
I haven't driven a long time.
Well, I work downtown, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, they are not allowed to chalk the tires.
Well, I guess because it's marking your vehicle and it's technically your property, and they're not allowed to mark your property.
Yeah, so that's exactly what it was. They're not allowed to actually they're not actually allowed to touch your property or whatever.
Makes sense.
Now they are allowed to take photos.
Okay.
Which
Couldn't
is
they
what
leave?
They should just fucking do in the first place, anyways. But
Or just leave like a timestamp. Couldn't they leave like a ticket that says if you come back, if you don't come
you can't
back,
put anything on their car.
well, how are you supposed to give them a citation if they?
No, I mean to you can give them a citation if it's that, but you can't mark their car when they haven't committed an offense.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Prior to committing an offense, you can't. That's unreasonable searches and seizures.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to you actually being there too.
You almost committed a crime, therefore I'm going to leave you this note. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes complete sense. Realistically, it's just their way of like. I feel like it's just their way of like meeting their quota per se. They'll go and do it.
Now the thing that's funny about it is that it was spearheaded by this lady who had gotten like an ass load of parking tickets. So she just kept getting parking tickets over and over and over again, and then went to them and was like, went to the courts and was like, hey, you know what? I feel like
There's been
is a
some
violation.
chalk on my tires. That's just
Y'all niggas trying to enter chalk zone through my tires? Because that's not how it works.
It could just be the fact that like her tires are now white because of them.
They just kept marking it.
So she had gotten over 15 citations in just a couple of years, and then decided to go after the city.
You know, it'd be something crazy you could do is take your own chalk and chalk your own tires.
Yeah.
And then when
You can't do this.
and then when they come and write your ticket, what the fuck is this for? It's like, so you've been here too long. I just got here. Here's a picture of me just getting here. What's this chalk? I did that.
Like back out of the space, hold your thing up and like selfie video as you're pulling in. This is me pulling into a parking space. Check the timestamp. Oh, let's look at the time. Look, there it is. every couple hours, just go back your car out, back it back in.
Or
I
just
can just picture her riding up to the actual like place where you go and pay the tickets to court and just be like, Which one of y'all motherfuckers put chalk on my tires?
You know what? Actually, Will, we can do that because in the winter I do have chalk on me sometimes because of that jacket.
Could we potentially? I got a question. Could we potentially go chalking people's tires when they have a citation and just kind of invalidate our citations because there's chalk on their tires?
I think if it was enforced through chalking, yes. But I mean, I guess if they have the pictures, then it would probably still be enforceable.
I guess, but I mean,
that'd be some shit though. You gotta take it.
But if they take pictures and if they take pictures and put chalk.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't know how that would work out. But apparently, all 15 of the tickets were issued by Tabitha Hoskins. So it was the same parking enforcement officer that issued all 15. So she was.
Sounds like a vendetta.
Yeah, man.
Nah, she was just sitting in the parking lot. This motherfucker just don't learn.
That's 100% what happened. So I don't know. So there you go. That's your free information for the day. Yeah.
Knowledge.
Probably things that won't actually really change your life, but that
Now
are
you know.
really important. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on. We got something about Dan Bilzerian. Now I've never heard of Dan Bilzerian, so tell us who the fuck is Dan Bilzerian.
So
I'm even saying the name right. I don't even know.
As far as I'm aware of that's the hopes that we are pronouncing his name right. But Dan Bilzerian is actually surprised. He's a business owner.
Is he a Bilzerian there?
Bilzerian.
It sounds about right.
That was a bad joke.
Sounds about
Nah,
right.
he is a gazillionaire.
But what the crazy thing?
Get a bunch of gazelles.
I thought about a gazelle
Yes.
eaten by a lion when you said that.
So the thing,
Yeah.
the thing with Dan Bilzerian is the fact that so he was just video recorded in the middle of the street feeding a bear, a Kodak bear. All right, there's just
Why
Kodak.
was the bear in the road?
Well, no, it was just standing there.
Where
This happened.
Bearland.
If it happened within 100 miles of here, I'm moving.
No, it didn't happen here. It was oh geez, Louise, I can't remember. I'm looking for it right now. But
Probably Canada or Montana or one of those
Bearland.
places.
long story short is
Was it the mom of the ones that were at that school?
he was at a house party and
He went outside.
it was a house party and there's a live bear brought to this house party, and so he's caught outside. He's just hand feeding a live bear. And the bear is standing there like you'd swear it was a guy in a costume, but it's a live fucking bear just standing there. And so that's just the video that popped up and was going around.
Hey man, you got about tree fitting?
Oh, it was in L.A. And
Of course it was.
well,
I
what
would
ended
have
up
100% tried to give the bear liquor.
don't-
Really?
I don't-
The house
see
party?
if you did that, then we'd be in a different case scenario because that's illegal.
Is that illegal?
Yes, you can't give anything that would harm the bear. Alcohol would harm the bear.
Oh no.
Alcohol is not like alcohol. Literally
I
has
see the pictures.
no real benefits to it. Besides, like
Well, you mean if it's endangered wildlife?
yeah,
Wow. Wow.
hand fed a whole bear.
I could imagine me and Tom
these
at a
girls
party,
standing there and-
and whenever I drink, I like
Yeah.
to wander around outside. I come outside, see a bear, come back. Tom, there's a fucking bear.
See, I thought
Outside.
you were saying he was at a house party and just like walked outside to like cool off or something. There was just a bear out in the road.
Oh,
He's like,
no.
"Hey,
Oh,
man,
okay,
you want some
okay,
food?"
never mind.
He was
Yeah,
at a
so-
house party, walked
So
and
this
saw
was
the
his
bear,
son.
yeah, and was like, feed this bear. And so he fed the bear. Well, what's ended up
There's a
happening,
bear at a party.
Trying to get, I don't know, trying to get some ass.
Trying to get some bear ass.
Buzz down, talk to Yana.
it's Steve Martin's Working Wildlife. That was the people that provided the bear. But what ended up happening is PETA caught wind of it.
Of course.
And so they fired off letters Wednesday to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife and the LA Department of Animal Services.
They put the bear down.
They were basically claiming that the bear, PETA claimed that because the bear was not contained in an escape-proof enclosure and because Martin did not maintain a safe distance between the bear and the partygoers, that Martin should be stripped of his permits and fined.
Wow.
Basically told that.
That is not totally unfair.
I was in their defense. They are just standing there with nothing. Like, I'll try to remember to put the picture in the podcast, but he is just standing there feeding a bear, and there's just like a huge group of scantily clad women standing, I'd say within 3 feet of it. And there's no barriers or anything.
If that bear chooses to attack.
Yeah, that bear's just like, hey, you know what?
Y'all look
I'm
better.
mad.
Well, after all this, so
like, hey guys, let's get him high.
Give some lace salmon.
So what ends up happening is like apparently
Put your salmon in weed oil.
apparently the bear was rescued at a young age, and it was like it was a pretty happy so it
was raised from
it was raised in captivity.
Yeah.
Well, so
Okay.
he responded.
Even still, it is a bear.
I know, right?
Fair.
It's still a wild animal.
Yeah.
But he responded to PETA,
Mm-hmm.
and I quote, "They can suck my dick."
We need more responses like that.
Yeah, we do.
Perfect.
That's just what he said.
That is the response you should give them. Don't give those people any extra attention. Just say, they can suck my dick.
And
That's
that's
amazing.
pretty open and shut.
It was
he
a
fed bear and told him to suck my dick.
It was a California party. Somebody had to try to give that bear cocaine.
Or weed.
Fair. I wouldn't put it past them. But then again, if that was recorded, this would be a different story.
That would have been a dangerous bear.
Yeah, that would have been a very dangerous bear. Just a coked up bear's
Did you see that that story that went around back in like the 1980s, 1990s? Apparently, this bear broke into this like $18 million stash of cocaine. And for the next 30 minutes, it was the most dangerous apex predator on the planet.
Yeah. I think we talked about that.
Just
Cocaine bear.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
But that's open and shut. They said, hey, we didn't like that. Suck my dick. Fair enough.
Jesus, man.
Like all the house parties that I've been to, if there was actually like a bear like that was trained, they would have started blowing weed at him or something, trying to get the bear high.
See, the bear at that point in time, the bear would have left. The person handling the bear should have moved him. If they didn't, all y'all niggas would have died.
Nah, I think the bear might have chilled out a little bit and he got high.
He reverts back to his natural like instincts. He's no longer like
Yogi. He's no longer Yogi.
He's no longer Yogi. He is now a wild bear.
I fucking kill you, bear.
Training goes out the window when you're inebriated.
It depends on how high he was. Just how high he was.
He may have just went searching for food.
No, he's not.
He saw all the food in front of him.
Like I said, I saw a bear. I'm going inside, locking the door. Attention, everybody! Outside is now locked.
But that's what I had to say about that. I thought that was funny. Suck my dick.
That's the perfect response. Seriously, just tell them that. Don't ignore them. Ignore them for anything else.
Just the bear's outside of a party. I'm gonna make sure that I'm walking outside with a girl that can't run as fast as me.
All you gotta do, you gotta trip her. You don't gotta outrun everyone else. Just outrun her. All right, so we got a next topic.
Sometimes you gotta sacrifice yourself. Not me, bitch.
For my greater good. All right, so our next thing, we got something about a Coachella woman and a bag of puppies.
Oh, I forgot all about this. So there's
That should be forgotten.
this lady, Deborah. Let me remember her last name. Her first name is Deborah. Her last name is Evil Lady. Oh, Deborah Colwell. Deborah Colwell was seen outside of a business, right? It was recorded by the cameras, and she just all you see is step out her vehicle, throw a bag in a dumpster, and then leave, right? The dumpsters, and now granted, this is the middle of the day, and it's really hot over in Coachella.
Yeah.
And so this guy just happened to be walking by, and he went to go see what she threw in there because he heard noises.
Yeah.
And it was a bag of puppies.
Is she part of Peter?
And
sounds like it.
And if he didn't find those animals within that 15-minute window of them being in there, they would have died.
Yeah.
So like,
how hot it was.
Yeah,
And
she's facing felony charges. Like,
she looks like a meth head.
Man, well, so the thing is, when they went and raided her house, they found up to 28 other dogs in the household.
Wow.
And it's wild, man. They took her in, and apparently the dogs were like,
hoarder.
Yeah. Well, apparently the one she didn't want to keep, she throws in the dumpster. But the crazy thing is,
these
they found
two
more
have brother and sister, mom and dad, so I'm gonna throw these ones away.
And like they even had like they even found more dog bodies like at the house too.
Oh, shit. That's fucked.
So it's like this is one of those situations. Is like, in my personal opinion, like we should be just tearing into this lady because that is way beyond like I have dogs and I can't even imagine like some jackass doing some shit like that.
I'm glad. Can we bring back stoning?
Yeah.
Stone somebody.
I'm with you on that.
Put her in a hole and just start throwing rocks at her head until I'm satisfied.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Man, what about Coachella has people acting so damn crazy?
For real though.
It's just going around
The herpes.
going around burning people.
They're trying to top Florida. That's what it is.
Coach, I don't know what they're trying to do.
They got a long way to go.
They're trying to make themselves the most dangerous music festival, spreading herpes
Burning
and killing
Man.
puppies.
Yeah.
Spreading herpes and killing puppies.
The new level of Burning Man. That's
Two
what
of
it
the
is.
Worst possible things. Oh my lord.
I wish every
That's
evil on
terrible.
her.
Yeah, for real.
How can you like?
Can we
that's
add her
just-
to the villain of the month?
Please,
We'll talk about that next. We'll
Okay.
talk about villain of the month next.
but
That will win.
We'll talk about villain of the month next.
I felt as though this was unfair.
we'll talk about it next. Or right now, if that's what you want. You want to talk?
Nah, man.
Anyway, you got anything else to say about the Coachella woman?
Fuck her.
Fuck her.
I agree.
I hope she's one of the people that were up there that caught herpes.
I hope she get raped by a cactus.
I don't wish rape on nobody.
By a cactus.
By a cactus.
I hope that she has consensual sex with a cactus.
I agree with that.
Sexual
That's
sex.
what sex.
Hash 16.
Hash one sex.
I love She Lab 2021.
Can I keep the mustache on?
Hash wants some sex. God. All right, so real quick before we go on to our next segment, we're gonna. I got the results of the villain of the month.
Troll.
All right. Now there was a 3-way tie for third place. All right. A 3-way tie for third place between R. Kelly, Keith Raniere, and Jussie Smollett. Okay, so they all tied.
We know what you did.
Now, for the villain of the month.
The most
Between
evil
Will
of them
and
all.
Ingrid Newkirk.
Evil!
All right? Between Will and Ingrid Newkirk. With 50% of the votes, Will.
The
Evil!
Will got half of the votes.
Evil!
Ingrid
feel
Newkirk
cheated.
got 20% of the votes.
I feel so cheated.
No, you did this to yourself.
I
You're our
didn't do
first-
this.
His
Congratulations,
hair,
Will.
Will's hair
You're
is
our
even
first villain of
slicked
the
back
month.
like a
Yeah,
villain.
look at it.
Yeah, it actually does.
Come on, man.
Congratulations, Will. You now get a bag of shit.
You're our first villain of the month. How does it feel, sir?
I feel like this was undeserved. Like the award I did deserve.
I just want to clarify for everyone. For third place, the third place is pissing on kids,
And touching them.
running a sex slave ring, and filing a fake hate crime. Okay, that's third place. Second place was killing dogs and cats, and stealing animals from blind people.
Blind animals.
Presumably they're not blind. The blind guy's got a blind dog.
My seeing eye dog needs
We
a seeing
can't
eye
help
dog.
nobody.
Yeah, he's got his own seeing eye dog. He's got like a train of dogs. All but one is blind. It's like that Adirondack stuff, whatever, with all the huskies.
Each one gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah. Just could drive around town with a sled. But Will, for all of your crimes, you earned half of the vote.
You know, that's the crazy thing is that we haven't even said any of the crimes that I had, so I don't think I deserve this. This was all out of spite.
You shit another man's pants.
I did no such thing.
We talked about it on the podcast.
I did no such thing.
You've already admitted it. Will.
Yeah.
It's too late.
I did no such thing.
This is part of my diabolical plan to get this show on record.
He said it like 7 different times to 7 different people. Well, you said it to people.
I do not recall. Well, how's that song go? How's that song go? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. We saw you. It wasn't me.
Will's acting like that.
That's what evil people do. They deny. Mm-hmm. Now you're just in the same boat as Jesse.
Yep.
It wasn't me.
Jesse Smollett said the same thing.
You know, your hair's
He's not in the same boat. Jesse Smollett's apparently not as bad.
It
According to the
wasn't me.
poll. Democracy wins yet again. Another victory.
Will sound like that video I watched. It was like, well, then who is this with this girl?
It wasn't me.
Who's that dude? That's literally you wearing the same shirt. Nah, babe, I wear a beanie.
All right, then. So we're gonna move on to street tweets.
Yeah.
So everyone send Will your congratulations, though. Make sure. Yeah, real quick. Round of applause for Will. Yep. Very
I'd
good,
like
very
to
good.
say,
Evil!
apparently this wasn't the award I deserved, but the award I needed.
So we're gonna move on to street tweets. So something about Britney Spears. I don't know what it was. Who was it?
So
You. All right, Will. Tell us about Britney Spears.
Britney Spears has been there's been a lot of things going on with Britney Spears in general. I'm gonna do the short version of it. They made claims that she wasn't going back on tour again because of the fact that her father was ill. Her father was the one that was in charge of her decision making and so on and so forth. He actually had, I can't remember what they called it. It's like guardianship, but to an extent where, conservatorship, which is essentially that she can't do anything without his permission. Essentially, that's the very broad stroke of the pen. But like, if she wanted to get married, she couldn't get married without his permission. Stuff like that, even to that extent. But
Did they do that after Kevin Federline?
I think that's why I'm really thinking is because
Or after she cut her fucking hair.
Well, she has a lot of mental health issues that's being claimed. So what ended up happening, the broad stroke of the story is that she canceled her tour or canceled some shows because of the fact she claimed that her father was ill. Come to find out that her father allegedly wasn't ill and that she may not have been the one making these tweets. And these allegations are coming out that the father may have been the one making the tweets and that the father was telling her we could use me being ill as an excuse for you not to do the shows. And she may be in a mental institution against her will.
Oh my God.
So like there's a big story. Like it's not concrete, but like there's so much traction on Twitter about it that they even started a hashtag Free Britney. Because there's like a huge conspiracy that she's in a mental institution. Because she disappeared from Twitter, all of a sudden came back from Twitter, and it doesn't seem like the tweet she normally does. And based off of the history and all this stuff that's been resurfacing about her and her father,
right?
They're assuming that she got put into a mental institution against her will, and now is in there against her will.
Ain't like actual crazy people, don't they not get a say in whether they go to the mental institution or not?
That makes sense.
No, because that's why we have so many homeless people, is because you can't. Ronald Reagan,
I've seen it. I've been watching it.
Is there a frog on the window?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
That's neat. Anyways, I'll cut that out.
No, the people must know.
No, so anyways,
There's a frog on the window.
Anyways, so yeah, Ronald Reagan, during his administration, I think it was that they actually made a rule that, or a law that you you can't put someone in a mental institution without their consent.
Yeah,
They have to consent to it. So,
well, the fact that he's her conservatorship, he's her conservator.
yeah.
I think is what people are upset about is giving him the ability to do that because he controls, like, she can't spend money without his permission. She can't do a lot of things without his permission. Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, she may have given up her right to decide on things, and so he may have. I don't want to say that his decision supersedes hers, but that's what it seems like.
So I think I'm just quickly reading through Wikipedia. Conservator may be only of the estate for financial affairs, but may also be of the person wherein the conservator takes charge over overseeing the daily activities such as healthcare or living arrangements of the conservatee. Conservator of the person is more typically called a legal guardian. So it's possible, I guess. I don't really know. It's almost
the idea of like if you're an adult, you have a kid and your kid's sick and you take your kid to the hospital. If your kid says, I don't want to take them, I don't want to go to the hospital, your decision as a parent, I think, would supersede the decision of the child to take them to the hospital.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess in that sense, and granted, we're talking about two adults at this point in time because Britney Spears is a grown fucking woman.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, it would be the fact that if she consented to give those rights up, that's the kind of case we're talking about.
Right.
And she signed herself into slavery.
Essentially.
Basically.
I mean, yeah.
Wound up in a mental hospital. That's crazy.
But that was
You
what
better
was
watch
street
the
tweets.
paperwork you sign.
Yeah. For real though, read everything before you sign it, except for terms of service agreements. Don't bother.
I don't know. You seen the episode of South Park?
You read those too. Read the terms of service
Seen the
agreement.
episode of South Park?
Oh, do you read them, Tyme? Do you read every terms of service agreement every time you update your software?
Nah.
Every app update? No, you don't.
Then
Okay.
you can't
See,
tell
there
us
you
to
go.
do it. Hypocrite.
There's a lot of people that call.
You tell him, Jojo.
There's a lot of people that call into my job and they get dicked over because they don't read the.
But that's but that's something else though, right? Not terms. I don't mean terms of service for. I'm not going to say what you work for, but I'm just saying for like every time you
credit cards. Yes, those are.
Not credit cards. Yeah, read the stuff for credit cards.
Like
Well,
I'm talking about stuff for like software, like
if
like
it were
an app for your phone.
if it entails actual money, you can.
You
So
download Google Maps. Don't bother reading it.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that kind of thing. Just download. Google
But like
Maps.
if you can scroll through the terms of services, and as soon as you see a dollar sign, you can stop and read that. Because 9 times out of 10, if they have anything detailing with money, they have to symbolize it with dollar signs and so on and so forth. So you literally could or you can even type in the search bar for those who don't know, dollar sign.
Yeah, Control F.
Yeah, Control F, dollar sign. You hit it, and if there's no dollar signs that appear in the terms of services, 9 times out of 10, it's just okay, sure, whatever.
Right. And if you're thinking, oh man, but it comes up in a pop-up window, like just copy paste to a different document, and then Control F.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, open up a notepad file or whatever. Yeah.
We saved you guys a lot of times who didn't know how to use a
You're
computer.
fucking welcome. Don't get conservatorship. All right.
Read your credit card agreement.
Yes,
I'm tired
please,
of y'all calling
please
it.
Please read your credit card agreements. Oh my lord. Okay, so that's it for that. We're gonna move on to the news for their unfiltered news. And first up, we got Vic Mignogna is. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Vic Mignogna is filing a lawsuit against the people that tried to hashtag Me Too him.
And Funimation.
And Funimation.
And
Funimation. Yeah.
And Funimation.
He's suing Funimation.
He is trying to fuck those guys
Yeah.
up.
Come on,
Yeah.
that's still be one
Up.
piece.
He is
So-
going after them.
Yep. So it has to do with. So here's the thing, right? So here's one of the things. I was doing some reading and listening for this stuff, and there's a guy on YouTube. I forget the guy's name, but he's a lawyer and was talking about this case. And the thing is that you, as a person, cannot interfere in a contract unless you are one of the parties in that contract.
Correct.
So unless
Yeah.
you are part of that contract. So people trying to get his contract canceled, regardless of the reason that you're trying to do that, you trying to influence either party to get to get someone's contract canceled, is against the law. And so anyone that jumped on that bandwagon and was like, hashtag kick Vic, and was putting out all this shit about him, including the voice of Bulma, right?
Yeah. She's in the first wave.
Oh, she's already been
The voice of Bulma?
But
Yeah.
anyone
but she's
else,
dead, isn't she?
No, that's
Not
the Japanese.
Okay, the American.
anyone else who participated in that bullshit, all these Twitter lynch mobs and shit, you are legally liable for interfering. Yeah,
100.
for interfering with a contract.
And this is just the first round of things that's been sent out because I know
Round one.
I think what's the first? The last name is Marchi, something Marchi. I think she's the voice of Bulma.
Yeah.
Another woman, and then her fiance that works with Funimation.
Yep.
And he is like adamantly going out. So it's been a long drawn out thing. This has been going on for months. I think like almost 3 months.
No, it's Monica Rial. That's
Monica Rial.
Yeah.
Monica Rial, someone Marchi, I think as well. But so what's ended up happening now is that he already filed this lawsuit against them, but he didn't make it public until recently.
Wow, she looks like an SJW.
And they have been going after, like they've been going after him, and then like they kicked him out of all his conventions. Like he got knocked out of almost every convention. The first convention he's done since then has been KamehaCon. And they were sitting there fucking with him at KamehaCon too. Mm-hmm. Even some of the some of the cosplayers.
Yeah, there were a couple cosplayers that tried to. They weren't invited. They weren't supposed to be allowed in. And then they had clearly tried to go there to cause like a stunt or whatever, to cause like an incident, because they were not given guest passes. So they had gone and gotten guest passes, and were going to try to go in and make a scene about getting kicked out. Yeah, even though they were already not allowed in there.
It got so bad that even like some voice actors that weren't even at KamehaCon, they had set up a side event outside of KamehaCon that was like a few miles away.
Yeah,
and I can't remember the name of voice actors. I wish.
Well, Monica Rial was one of them.
I heard somebody talking about KamehaCon. What is actually KamehaCon?
KamehaCon's a convention in Texas.
It's just another.
It's just a convention. But what ended up happening is they had this whole thing, this meet the voice actor thing over there as a formal way of protesting. There was even one woman. God, I wish I knew we were going to.
They were protesting them for not canceling Vic's thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, from what I heard, right, they had put him on his own floor for security issues. Right?
Yes.
But the line for autographs was so big that it pretty much took up the whole
floor. Yes.
Yeah. And he ended up staying there like an hour and a half past the time that he was supposed to leave, just to make sure that he could sign everyone's things. And he was asking them like, "Are you okay? Do you need some water? Are y'all all right?"
And that's one great, like, if you've seen like even the videos of Vic Mignogna, he's like one of those voice actors that you really like appreciate. He goes, they even took him off of the Broly movie when he did his because he did the voice for the Broly movie.
He was Broly.
He was Broly.
Yeah.
And so in the movie they even had ask a voice actor. Right, and so they asked all Saba, Vegeta voice of Vegeta, voice of Goku, and everything like that. And they even did one for Vic Mignogna. All right, when the movie was released, right, when you went to go buy it, it was in the description. So Amazon ended up getting a lot of flack for this too, because in the description they still listed the ask a voice actor and Vic Mignogna's name was still on there. When people got their movie, they realized that they took his part out of the movie. So when the extras where you can go watch or ask a voice actor, his part they actually already recorded was taken out of the movie, and Amazon still sold movies with the description saying that his was still on the tag. So people were getting refunded, and they're trying to start a lawsuit against them because of the fact exactly. Yeah. And so it's been this big thing.
So one more time, just in case somebody doesn't know, what exactly was he accused of doing?
Touching.
And did he actually beat the case?
He has been accused of sexual harassment and essentially touching both people, both fans and other voice actors inappropriately.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is. That's what he's accused of. But the crazy thing is, no one could give a specific incident,
right,
All of it's been just, oh, he's done this, and it's this broad brushstroke. And then the only time they could even give a specific incident was the one time, because he did the voice acting for the characters in not Fruit Basket. There's the Host Club. Host Club is a very popular.
I kind of wanted to watch this.
It's a very popular anime amongst women. And this girl was there, right? And she goes, well, can you reenact the scene with me? He specifically was like, well, let me ask your father, because she was 14 at the time. So he actually, was your father here, and so on and so forth. He asked the father for permission. She gave him his permission. So they reenacted the scene. There was no kissing or anything like that. It was just one of those intimate scenes like in animes, because it was the Host Club. All right. But it wasn't like he pulled her in real close. It was like,
it wasn't sexual enough.
No, by no means.
They're reading off lines.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So what ended up happening is that Marchie and the voice actress of Bulma and other people took that scene or that video. They clipped only the part in where he was talking and touching the girl, and said that, see, this is another thing. The girl herself that actually recorded the video went on Twitter, said, this is me. I gave consent. He asked my dad if it was okay. Wow. And you guys are wrong for doing this.
People are ass, man. Like,
why can't y'all just leave folk alone?
Yeah, man. He's a good guy, good voice actor. Leave the motherfucker alone.
And so now what's happening is,
unless he actually did some of that stuff, then
see. But the thing is, that's the crazy thing, is they can't name an incident, or I'm not gonna say they can't. They haven't named an incident specifically.
They're not going to.
And so what's happening? Well, now they have to. So the crazy.
I know. They'll probably come up with some other bullshit. They don't have proof for it.
Now
They're
also
CGI.
They even took. I wish you guys had seen like the actual court, the filing, like the paper. I've read.
I saw how big it is.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Holy
they got
shit!
That one dude, the guy's husband you were talking about,
yeah,
the chick's husband. Oh my god! They have like all of his deleted tweets.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
y'all be careful on Twitter.
Holy shit!
Don't fuck shit up.
I wish you guys
don't do the shit that you're doing.
One of them, he specifically said, "I can get 100 women. I know for a fact to decide with me on this and this and that." So he is being required by the court to bring 100 women, and they're tested,
or else it's slander.
Or
and unlawful interference with the contract and slander.
It is wild. So and 100's being like, he said like 1,000, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened? They accused him of doing this. They ruined his earning potential. Now he's coming back for his money.
Yeah,
and for his reputation. Though that was the thing, is that people were acting like he was.
I don't really think that your reputation really recovers ever. If people accuse you of things like that, it's always like a soft spot on your reputation.
No, for sure. I mean, it won't ever fully recover, but I think in this instance where like it's so obvious. Thank you for doing that. Where it's so obvious that he was falsely accused. At least all of the evidence so far suggests very heavily that he was falsely accused, and like especially when you have the quote unquote victim coming out and saying like, nah, that's not at all what happened.
For fuck's sakes,
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Well, R. Kelly's victims come out and say that they don't. That's not. What
but there's a difference. There's a difference between that, because there's age difference, and him actually having intercourse to an extent with them, or committing sexual acts with the individual, and this guy reenacting a scene in a very platonic way.
And they are in a relationship too.
And getting permission. There's a complete difference between that. There, by no means is this comparable. And that's the problem, is that people are comparing this to that same instance. And you got a bunch of jackasses and fuckheads that can't sit there and think about themselves. Look, all right, for fuck's sake, like Command Con was a fine example of like, look, conventions, this man had slews of people. Yeah. People were going out of their way to come to this convention. This convention had a lot more people coming to it than they ever had previously, because people were actually going out of their way to come see him and support. There's whole thing, support Vic and so on and so forth. I stand with Vic.
I stand with Vic. Yeah,
I stand with Vic.
That was a hashtag.
Yeah. There was a whole thing where they were like, look,
How you know they wasn't talking about Michael?
Because ain't nobody talking about Michael Vick.
Because I ain't seen his Super Bowl ring yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, that woman with the bag of puppies.
But he run good.
That might have been his wife.
You're so right.
Those are the ones that won't fight.
Oh, that's ignorant.
Well, man, he's got to move around the country.
You so right.
That's
That's where he got his dogs from, that lady's house.
Mm-hmm.
That's ignorant. This is ignorant.
They did look like pit bulls in that picture.
They did.
They might have been.
It was wild, man. I wish you guys could see, like, that lady's a jackass. Whole jackass.
Do we all agree that Michael Vick was guilty?
No.
I already know Tyme's going to say.
I cannot confirm.
I definitely believe that Michael Vick was guilty. They should have locked him up a little sooner so I wouldn't have to play against him when I was playing in Madden. Madden a whole lot. They should have took him off Madden. So
they nerfed him. Something. You only could play with him for half the game, and the police carried him away.
You just hear dogs barking in the background. And
that used to be one of the main. That's the main reason why I hate the Falcons now. Because I used to have to play against them all the time. I used to play in some Madden tournaments. Like they used to have one in Atlanta that I used to go to and stuff like that. And I used to play my Giants and I used to play the Patriots. But these niggas always played the Falcons and was playing with Mike Vick. And I was like, I just hope that I just tried to hit stick him every time that they tried. I tried to break something. I wish that they gave you the option of doing a dirty move or something.
Oh, like get blitz.
Just do a dirty move.
I think I played
see
like
if I
one
can
Madden
take his
game.
legs out or something.
I played like one Madden game, and Tyme is right. Like for some reason, that nigga Mike Vick can run faster than anybody else on that game. Everybody's just running regular. You just see this nigga just glide.
Not only that, it's just all the options that team had because in actual practice, like in NFL games, they weren't as good as they were. But whenever you put all the stats on paper,
we're very aware they weren't as good as
whenever you put all the stats that are on paper and then put them on a video game,
we digitize everything.
It auto creates everything.
Right.
It's just they were really broken.
Yeah.
But
do a dirty move. One of the players just walks out there with a gun, and just shoots him shoots his kneecaps out. Bow.
He's got 5
lives. He'll be back next season. Bow. Shoot out the other one.
Shoot that nigga leg. Yellow flag. Yellow.
He didn't want to pull the red one out. He's got a gun.
It's football. They're all yellow. It's football. They're all yellow.
Oh, it is.
You think it's
I don't pay
soccer.
attention. Y'all don't pay attention to football.
Fuck
Okay.
you, Jojo. Do you pay attention to football? I do. I watch
Are
the
you
Super
gonna
Bowl.
tell me
We
you
have
watch
Super
soccer?
Bowl parties at my house all the time.
Yeah, I only watch it
Are you
because
going
of
to
Tom
tell me
Brady.
you watch soccer?
No.
Oh, okay. Soccer is the worst sport in the world.
Yeah, come
No,
on.
no,
man.
no. Actually,
It is literally.
No,
it is.
no.
Name another
fly
sport. I'll
worse
tell you
than-
whether it's better or worse.
Baseball.
Better. Better than soccer.
Badminton.
That's fair. Baseball is better.
Badminton.
Better than soccer.
Swimming.
Better
I
than
don't
soccer.
think that.
Ah,
I don't
no,
think
Yeah,
that.
better than soccer.
no.
They got
Michael Phelps.
Mike
Yeah, that's
Phelps,
all
yeah.
you guys say is Mike
yeah,
Phelps.
Mike Phelps. Yeah.
I
You
can
know who
And
he
some
is
of them
because-
girls be looking thick in them
what about
swimsuits.
fishing?
man.
Fishing.
Better.
Ah,
Not by much, but better. You know
I don't-
why?
I don't agree
You know
with-
why? You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to keep naming sports where things are accomplished. Soccer is a sport where things do not get accomplished.
Yeah, you get.
No one scores. You watch a bunch of sissy ass men run around for 3
I don't know,
hours
man.
just
Ball
for a
rolling,
game.
no,
Just for a game to end 0-0. All right, and then everyone goes home or burns the town down. I don't know. Whatever they do, half the time they burn the town to the ground over there in Europe
See,
over
if
nothing. The other thing, they are weenies. The men's soccer players are weenies. They get knocked down.
They're not weenies. They're
They
cheaters.
get knocked down. They're cheaters.
Cheaters.
They're cheaters too. They're cheaters and weenies. They get knocked down on the ground. They trip over their own shoelaces, fall to the ground, and then lay there for like 10 minutes,
'Cause it's
hoping
hot
the
out,
refs will call a foul that didn't actually happen.
Yeah, that's called cheating, Clay. That's,
But there is
that's
actually-
why it sucks. And like compare that to like basketball players, right? You get knocked the fuck over onto hard ground. Soccer players fall on the soft grass. Bro. They fall on soft grass.
Clay, I've played soccer.
Nice plush grass.
Clay, I've played
You're a
soccer.
basketball player, you get knocked on a hard ground. I don't care.
but
I don't care. Is it soft
basketball
players, they flop a lot more.
Yeah,
than
LeBron.
Also bigger.
Also, he got to take. There's cleats. Clay, have you ever been rubbed over, like got slid into with some cleats?
That's what killed Bob Marley.
That shit hurt. Especially, I played goalie.
Okay, there's their one danger.
Nah. Also,
I remember playing.
These niggas kick hard.
Nah.
It kick hard.
Yeah, they kick
Clay.
hard. I remember playing like soccer in California, and this is whenever I was in elementary school. These little kids was kicking so hard.
So when you were a little kid, it hurt to get kicked. Is that what you're
No.
That's why soccer players are tough.
I'm talking about
Solid
like
argument.
I wouldn't play soccer with them because the little Mexican kids, they kick the ball so hard.
Tyme, that's because they had to run so fast to get to the country. Okay, that has nothing to do with soccer.
And Clay,
But they kick hard.
and
Clay,
Clay, don't diss soccer.
It was kicking hard to cross.
They
the
kicked
pond.
the ball. They kicked the ball
across
so
the goal.
hard I couldn't even stop it with my foot. It hurt.
And
It
don't
hurt.
be dissing soccer because I think almost all the Digimon, what they call the Digidestins, they all play soccer.
And also,
Yet another reason it was terrible.
Soccer is also one of the highest grossing sports in the world.
Digimon was just worse Pokemon.
and also
Shut up.
baseball
Shut up
is
right
the
now.
worst
I
sport.
love Vmon.
Baseball
Digimon was
is the
worse
worst
Pokemon.
sport. It's the most boring sport
I
ever.
can't
I agree
say
that baseball is very boring.
I hate you guys.
But people
Coming
score
from
in
all
baseball.
these niggas that didn't play sports.
People score in
I
baseball.
did play. I used to.
I ran cross country.
My
one thing.
fucking guy, you ran for a whole. I played football, I
Run for
played
your life.
soccer, I played baseball. I've tried hockey. That's not a black
Did you
man
ever run
sport.
cross country?
I ran.
Doesn't
you
look
ever
like he could.
No.
Clay, let's be
So then
realistic.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Clay, I'm
You think
pretty.
it's just a little bit of running.
You just a
Okay,
little bit of
you have
running,
No
Clay.
idea what distance running has to do with anything. Okay,
Clay,
that's cool.
same coming from the guy that's talking about soccer.
I played soccer
That's
How-
distance running.
middle school.
Fucking Clay.
No, that's better. Oh, Time's lower school story, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
it hurt.
His lower school story.
his story
is valid, but
his
mine's
story,
not.
his story is valid
I
because
have
it
watched
coincides
soccer.
with my claim.
I have watched soccer. All right. And I never said anything about it, whether it was fun to play or not. To actually be playing the sport.
That game's
I just
hard.
said watching it sucks.
It
Watching
does suck
baseball.
watching
No,
it.
NASCAR.
Watching soccer
NASCAR.
is worse.
NASCAR could all go in the same direction.
People pass laps in NASCAR every game.
Yeah.
Every game,
Cross
someone
country.
goes 3 laps or 500 laps or however the fuck many laps. It goes on too long.
I drive
That's
too
not
much
gay.
to watch
Naming
another
things that are
nigga drive their
approaching
car.
soccer's badness, but not as bad as soccer. Soccer is the bottom tier sport.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
people don't score in soccer.
I can't
It
watch
is
fishing.
horrible.
Fishing is
At
terrible.
least people catch fish.
I can't even
People do
fish.
catch
I
fish.
can't even fish. It takes it takes so long and it's so boring.
Again, I'm not saying that they're not boring. They're just not as bad as soccer.
At
least something
worse than
happens.
Soccer, man.
At least something happens.
Millions
You could
of
make a
people
smash
watch the
cut
World
of
Cup.
fishing. You can make a smash cut of fishing with all the fish that people catch.
You can
Right.
do that with soccer.
And all the goals they don't score?
And all the
or
goals
the fish
they
they
do
catch? Which
score.
one? Because I'm a little confused now. If I see soccer players walking around with fish, so we got a problem. Comes out in the locker
It
room.
becomes more interesting
Hey, man.
now. I haven't seen. Look. You know a sport's real when they make a Chinese ripoff of it.
Yeah.
Shaolin soccer. I haven't heard of Shaolin fishing.
Give it time. It'll be there.
Also,
Fishing's not even a sport anyways. It's a
This is-
hobby.
it-
So I was already
oh,
being
it's a
generous.
sport.
I'm aware that you can find it on TV with people who think it's a sport. They're
This is-
wrong.
what about
But it's,
poker?
even without it being a sport, even without it being a sport, it's still not as boring as soccer.
What about poker?
Poker?
I enjoy watching poker.
Y'all are naming not sports now.
Those
actual
It's
sports.
gambling.
It's a sport.
It's just gambling.
It's
gambling.
Oh my god.
Clay, what is your
If
definition
someone
of
played
sport?
Go Fish on TV, y'all would be like, "Oh, it's a sport." It's not a fucking sport.
It's
is.
just
At
not.
least be
It's just
strong.
not an aerobic sport.
Is that your definition
It's
of a
not
sport? It has to be aerobic.
Wait, do I have to define sport now?
Please.
Yeah.
Do I have to define
I would
sport?
love your
Let me go find what Wikipedia defines sport as. How about that? Actually, what about Merriam-Webster?
Dictionary.com.
What about
Or dictionary?
Do you even consider esports a sport?
Not really.
You know, Clay.
I get why people think those are sports.
It is a sport, man. It's not.
Look,
It's
if
not
you
the
want-
traditional
if you want it to
value
be
of a sport.
If you want it to be a sport, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Here we go. Noun, an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. Where's
Okay.
the physical exertion?
They have
When
to
you
use
pull
their
in the-
fingers.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, reflexes.
Oh my god.
Reflexes
Yeah,
is a
that's
thing.
not at all.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
at all.
You gotta reel it in. You gotta lift and everything. I don't know how to fish, but I played Red Dead Redemption 2.
Fishing has more than esports, but it's still not.
Esports
You're
is
not
still a
exerting
phys-
yourself.
Yes, you
literally
are. You're mentally
Let's put it in the
exerting
comments.
yourself.
Let's put it in the comments. How
All right,
about
fair
that?
enough.
We'll put it in the
All right.
fucking comments.
Fair enough.
We'll put it in the comments.
I understand.
Do you think you're exerting yourself when you play esports? Physically exerting, not mentally. Physically exerting yourself. Do you think
How long
moving
we
your
talking,
fingers counts
Clay?
as an exertion?
Yeah,
How long we talking?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does not
It
matter.
does. Have you ever had carpal tunnel?
Yes. So?
It sucked, didn't it?
What about Rochambeau?
You know what I didn't get it from? Playing esports.
Because you
You
weren't
don't
in
play
the sports
video
team.
games.
Not anymore. I used to.
Like, you're casual.
Yeah.
So
F you.
So fuck you too. Esports still isn't a sport.
What about rock, paper, scissors?
That's why they have to call it esports, Will. If it was a sport, they just call it sports.
Nah, man. They call it
What were we
esports.
talking
But
about?
Fish.
Vic Mignogna.
Vic Mignogna.
I kind of want fish.
It got a tangent because we started talking about Michael
you can
Vick.
tell.
It's because I started talking shit about soccer. That's why we really got on the tangent. Vote in the comments. Does soccer suck or not? Is soccer the worst
I'm
sport?
not saying it doesn't
Let's
suck.
just say, is it the worst sport? I hold that it's the worst sport. And no one can change my mind. You can't. Because I'd even still
Without
watch
drugs.
esports over soccer.
I enjoy watching soccer.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't
I don't
enjoy
enjoy
esports. By the
watching
way,
soccer.
I like watching people get hurt.
watching soccer sucks.
The World Cup.
It's mostly Brazilians, Jojo,
That's get hurt.
and black people. The French team had a bunch of black people on it.
But the World Cup, man,
'Cause they
that
know that
has
they
one of the
run
most
fast.
viewed television shows. Like, it's one of the most viewed sports in the world.
Not in the United States. The only country that matters.
Only country that
Tell
God
me I'm
pays
wrong.
attention to.
Huh?
I said the only country that God pays attention to.
Exactly.
No, because we got Hillary and Jesse and some other bad people.
Look, just because he
Paying
doesn't pay
attention.
enough attention doesn't mean that he doesn't pay any attention. Okay.
Fair enough. But back,
And also, paying attention doesn't mean any that is good or bad. It's just, it could be good, it could be bad.
Oh, but yeah, I thought that
So you're gonna tell me that these people, so Brazilians pay attention to the sport? Isn't that the same country that likes fart porn or something like that? They're not real.
what they like to fap off to is their business. They also have really pretty women.
Yeah.
Also, I
Well,
don't
if
think
any of
that's
the- if any of them
strictly
bitches
Brazil.
fart on
I
me,
know there's
I'm
pretty.
getting a gun.
I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of like, in
Prostitution's
other-
legal.
like that's a kink that a
That's
lot of
good.
people
That's-
like.
that's a positive
I don't
step.
know why.
I venture to
If
say
you like
America
farting, you
has
have
the
a
weirdest
problem.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Nah.
the more wealth
Nope.
you have, the more opportunity to do fucked up shit you have.
Nope, it's not America.
Is
It
it?
We do
has
not
to
have- We
be.
do not have the weirdest stuff.
Who?
Japan.
Yeah.
You're the way your face melted as soon as I said that.
All right, I'll give you
We
that
support the things that you do here in the Unfiltered Podcast. Just remember, it's only
God is
weird if
watching.
you stop and think about it.
Those are
Or
tensions.
afterwards when you're cleaning up.
one. You know, have you ever had that? You're like, what the fuck did I just
I
watch?
think what you guys were, I think what
Yeah,
you guys were
everyone
talking
has.
about
Everyone
the I
just
figured
like
out the
my
name
brain
for the
went
thing
insane.
that you guys were talking about. I think it was called rhining.
The hentai?
What?
No, I'm talking about the thing that where you
Red alert.
I was about to Google it just out of reflex. I'm not doing it.
where guys would find pleasure out of sticking something down.
Oh man, look,
that's sounding.
We're not talking about
sounding.
Yeah.
Okay,
bad.
That's bad.
Bad.
That is awful.
It's called bad.
it is
That is
bad.
awful.
Why did you bring that up? Every time I think about it, it
Fucking
hurts.
talking about that.
It hurts.
But yeah,
That's
the
a
reason why I
weird
thought it
thing
was
to
red
do.
flags because of Key and Peele on the football episode. He threw a red flag at him.
Oh, talking about when he kept
yeah.
pumping?
Yeah, Hingle McCringleberries.
Oh, it's 2.
He got real close.
3. Oh. I love Key.
No, he did the little tiny one,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh come on! No, I didn't do it.
All right, we're off
All
on a
right, yeah,
tangent.
we're so
Let's do
far.
the next topic.
Next topic. So the Philippines have threatened Canada with war.
So
I need more. Tell me more.
Of all places, Canada. I just want to say before we even get started on this, Canada.
yes,
They're down for a tilly, bro.
They apologize for breathing.
they see. This is the thing. All right, imagine you invite people to your home. Well, they're not even inviting. Imagine some
I was
jackass.
like, you've already lost me. Invite people to my home.
Imagine some jackass rolled up on your house, right,
Right.
and just put trash in your yard, and just left.
I'd track him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they let you know who it was. They put a big flag on it that says this was Canada, and they just leave.
Is this what happened?
Yeah,
Wow.
Canada brought a bunch of waste over to the Philippines and just left it there. they
Now, in Canada, that would be grounds for general jackassery. You could just sue them for that.
they
Nah, it's just the whole Canadian government have to go to jail for 5 years.
I thought Canada didn't
Trudeau
do
in there.
anything, and it was like Philippines. Hey, let's fuck up Canada. What the fuck did we do?
Yeah, that's what I was like. What
now
of
so
all people, Canada.
the crazy
Are they
thing,
sure it was Canada?
it was definitely Canada.
Did the trash smell like maple leaves? Maple syrup?
They
If not, it
ended,
probably wasn't Canada.
they ended up bringing a shitload of trash over there that was to be claimed recyclable or whatever, whatnot, and it wasn't. It was,
Oh.
and so the Philippines were like, "Hey, guys, we can't do nothing with this. Can you come get this and dispose of it?" And they're just like not answering the phone.
How is the government not answering?
Since
Look,
2013. For 6 years.
Oh my God! Look, we all know Canada phases in and out of existence, so it's
Canada's
okay.
not real unless
Yeah.
it's Letterkenny or Trailer Park Boys.
No, that's still not.
I don't know. I still want to drink their liquor and beer.
It's funny
That's
because
in Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys.
Jojo, drink the 1 year beer.
No,
I'm working on one.
You really?
don't care. I'm not drinking.
so the Filipino
If we
president.
had 1,000 subscribers. My computer. If we had 1,000 subscribers, Jojo will drink the 1 year beer.
No, I won't.
Even though he
I
was
did not
already
agree to
supposed to
this.
drink.
Yes, he will.
He
Nope.
was already
Jojo
supposed
will
to.
drink the
No, I
1 year
won't.
beer if we get 1,000.
He won't know, but he will.
No.
We're gonna record it too. JoJo's gonna drink this 1 year beer by accident. He's just not gonna know.
No.
You say that. Just watch. But
We're gonna
1 year beer.
Nope.
the Filipino
we'll give
president.
drugs like they did in that in The Hangover. You didn't know what's going on. We'll get him married and then give him the 1 year beer on top of that. You
Nope.
seal off your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Jojo, who am I married to? Looks like it was just a grizzly bear.
Wife, fuck them up.
But the Filipino president Rodrigo Duterte, I can't. He
I knew they were the Mexicans of Asia.
he threatened.
That's wild.
His name's Rodrigo.
He's technically not wrong.
Yeah.
He's
I
technically
know I'm
not
right.
wrong.
That's why I said it.
People, they're people don't realize they're Polynesian, but
I thought that was a sauce.
Rodrigo
that was
is
amazing
Spanish.
sauce from Chick-fil-A, Polynesian.
It is. It's the blood of Jesus.
We had this conversation before last time we mentioned Polynesians. But please check the previous podcast to recant this conversation. The recap on this conversation. But
I ain't recanting shit.
But he ended up saying he threatened to declare war on Canada on Tuesday if the country does not take back tons of trash that a Canadian company shipped to the capital of Manila. He said, quote, "I want a boat prepared. I'll give a warning to Canada, maybe next week, that they better pull that thing out or I will set sail." And he goes, "We'll
set sail for war
with the Navy?"
And he said he told officials during a press briefing, "We'll declare war against them."
Wow.
Now
you know all that shit he's been talking about Trump. I don't think we're going to be helping Canada out in this one.
Man.
Now,
hey, man, you did dump trash over there.
he said it in a joking manner. It kind of seems like a joking manner, but like the fact of the matter is,
why do they?
They're
still
going to war
have
for trash
from 2017?
13.
That's even worse. Why do they still have that trash?
Because they can't dispose of it. Time. That's why Canada needs to pick it up.
How much trash? How much trash was it?
It was a whole fuckload. It's
That's the units, 1 metric fuckload.
And it's not like one time. These niggas have been like constantly in contact with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and he kept promising to deal with the trash multiple times and just, I'll get to it.
It's not like when your mom actually take out the trash.
I should send more. Canada should send more.
Well, see, now the thing is,
here's our response to your declaration of war: more garbage. They're gonna get
we
there.
dare you.
They're gonna get there, and their whole country, like, literally,
What
like
the fuck
land.
the Philippines gonna do?
If I were them, I'd throw it at Canada on fire.
Build a really big.
I
just launch it into the can.
Yeah.
We ain't got nukes, but we got trash bombs, ICBMs.
And then you could even technically be like, we were just returning the products.
Here's why that won't work: is because if you try to go to Canada like with an army, like the whole country, like the ground under your feet, is literally just gonna lift up off the ground and fly away, like propellers. While Trudeau's just, ha! You never catch me.
It's sky base.
It's the whole of Canada. It'll go back up into fucking cloud cuckoo land or whatever.
That's why
it came.
From whence it came.
It's gonna be like Trailer Park Boys when they come over there. I'm sorry, all right.
It's wild, but they
go over there and run Canada with one gun.
I love Trailer Park for that.
They ended up implementing a bunch of like new laws, like incorporating so now Canada has new rules saying like if Canada drops any trash that they were considered considered disposable, but the country that is receiving it considers it not disposable, that Canada has to come get it.
Right.
Well, they introduced this after 2013. So they're just...
So it's outside of the jurisdiction.
Suck it!
Well, there's a bunch of people saying they broke international laws because of the fact that they just dumped stuff.
I mean, it has to be illegal to just roll up on someone's country and dump trash.
It has to be.
There's no way that's legal.
And, man...
It's hilarious.
It looks like they got permission.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Like I said, at least general jackassery.
I hope this really happens. I need this war to happen.
I don't want it to happen because it's so close.
Yeah, if they nuke or not nuke, but if they bomb Canada, I think there'll be problems for the U.S. as well.
There will be.
I will just nuke them and tell them to shut the fuck up.
They're not gonna bomb. They're not gonna fly into our airspace.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we would intercept them way before they got even close.
Yeah, and they're not a nuclear power, so like
by no means.
Which Canada is.
That's why I say they should just get a trash barge and just sail it over there, put it on fire, and just ram it into the port. Take
that,
like that version of Pearl Harbor.
This is a big ass trash boat. It's like sailing in the port or whatever. This is your trash. We've decided to deliver it to you or whatever. As it gets into the port, as it pulls into the port, like, all right, go to this dock. And then you're like, ha ha, like, reveal their Team Rocket uniforms, light everything on fire, jump off the boat. Team
Rocket,
never catch us again.
Let me
what
drive
they
the
really
boat.
need to do.
That would be the best.
Let me drive the
boat.
What they really need to do is they need to send a bunch of people over there on visas and have them just take shits in the street.
Hire the Indians. Hire the Indians.
Just take shits in the street.
Let's get a bunch of
The
Indians.
new Bollywood movie shot in Canada. All right, break time. It's all out in the street.
That would be okay if Canada didn't have that general jackassery law. Everyone that shit in the streets.
That's why I said you send the Indians over. You don't send your own people. You send them over there.
And then when they get arrested, they can sue the government for hate crime because that's what they do.
There
in
you
their
go. It's part of
country.
their culture.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Trudeau would cock to that.
This is ignorant.
South Park, you're welcome for
I
this great
secretly
episode.
hope someone in the Philippine government is like listening in on this. And
Just
Please actually do the barge thing. That would be hilarious.
I really want them to do the shit thing. The shit thing would be hilarious.
Kano Los Ghosts,
Just a
man.
bunch of niggas shit in the street.
I need them to. They need to bail Kodak Black out of jail.
He's
Let me
already
drive.
out of jail.
Oh, they need to.
Oh, you know his tour bus got raided by the FBI after he bonded out of jail.
That's wild.
But he wasn't in it. He was in another. He was in another state. But they found handguns in his tour bus because the niggas in there who had handguns.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Well,
Damn.
so then that he's definitely not gonna be able to drive the boat.
Let me drive the boat.
Yeah.
But that I when I heard about this, I was like, are they really just over here just like about to fight over garbage?
Literally fighting over garbage.
If niggas dump shit in your house, you definitely gonna be upset too.
You gotta dump flaming shit in their house.
I think that's the only way you can retaliate. Set the barge on fire and ram it into a port.
Yeah. I fully endorse this idea.
They have a whole trash fire just hitting wherever it's.
If I was president of this country, I would sponsor that. I'd be like, we'll provide the boat, man. We got any old barges?
I go advocate.
one over
I
there.
go asking other countries, hey man, you guys got a boat that make it to Canada real nice like? Yeah, we got a couple. How much? How much can it hold?
Just get a couple and just aim
I
at
just
Canada.
make this everybody's problem. I'll be like, hey, listen, if Canada doesn't come get their trash, I'm gonna start just dumping trash in the ocean. I'm making everybody's problem.
Nah,
I'm gonna start just dumping trash in the ocean.
Why are we shipping trash? Dumping in one of the Gulf streams that takes it up to Canada. It all just ends up in their ports. Along with a bunch of dead sea life on top of it.
Yeah.
There you
A
go.
bunch of it.
Yeah.
That would be ignorant.
Why are they dumping
I
their
would've
trash
been
over
like,
there
hey,
anyways?
it's like that one Jay-Z song. If my situation ain't improving, I'm gonna murder everything moving. Just to make sure it's like, all right, y'all don't want to fix this for me. I'm gonna fuck it up for everybody.
Why are they dumping it over there in the first place? Is it just that's just where their things send it to?
It quote unquote it was illegal anyway, as far as I'm aware of. But
Oh.
that's what they say.
Well,
but I
thought you
think
said
that
it was for recycling.
it was for recycling purposes, but
But they can't
found out
recycle it.
it wasn't able to be like reused or
Yeah,
recycled.
they just gave him trash. He was like, you thought I was gonna have you recycle, but haha.
It was me, Kill, all along. But yeah, man,
I need South Park to make an episode.
About that? That would be
Yes.
amazing.
just a trash barge too. I really do advocate.
why- It's
for
gonna
this
be carting
trash
it,
That's
barge.
why I couldn't be
Bring the
president.
Somalian pirates back for the trash bar.
That's why That's why I couldn't be a president, because I'm too petty. I just dump that shit in the ocean. I really would. I'd be like,
but you'd hurt all your wildlife too. And
I told them it's already hurting me that they gave me all this trash. I'm gonna make it bad for everybody else. I'm a worse. I make the world a worse place because you guys wouldn't just stop being. You guys won't just stop being a jackass. I'm too petty to be a president.
Impeached.
yeah,
They can impeach me all they want to. They won't impeach that trash from the water.
Or sniper.
There's no binding resolution to get the trash out of the water. Oh my god. You just fucked the whole world up.
Yeah, I would.
Put trash
I
in my
don't
house,
give a damn.
fuck up the whole world.
I don't give a damn.
fuck on me, I fuck on you.
Time's the new villain of the month. He's on the next one.
See,
You'll be Time's on the next poll, on the next straw poll.
I may make it okay for them to kill endangered wildlife.
Time's on the next straw poll.
yeah,
For sure.
I'll be like, yep, you guys want to fuck with my country? Hey, it's okay for you guys to kill whatever y'all want to. Y'all see a lion walking around there, just beat him with a stick or something. Find whatever you can to kill him.
could you imagine a mob of Asians?
Nah,
just-
you need to send the whole country fighting around the world. Just go around beating up wildlife
Fighting
from other
around the
countries.
world.
Yeah, already near Australia. Just go kill all the koalas.
Oh, I think Australia wins. I think Australia wins.
Australia's dangerous, man.
You just got it's not where the koalas are, man.
Koalas are dangerous.
They can kill you.
Yeah,
I'm where anything can kill you.
They can
no,
scratch.
they can
Oh,
scratch
they
and
can
kill
scratch
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can scratch you.
No, so the
Yeah, they got a little poison thing or whatever.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah.
Are their claws longer than a baseball bat, Will?
You
No.
Get close.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm just good. It's coming after me. Get out of
And
here.
the second
Fair
you do
enough.
that, you're gonna see just a pack of just kangaroos. The fuck that nigga just do?
Hey, kangaroos
I think
ain't
you'd be-
fucking with nobody.
God.
You gotta shoot those.
You remember there was that kangaroo that was
I
for sale
think
out in
you could
Alabama, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about
we
that.
Need to, if that's still there, we need to go buy it and box it.
The
Can we
kangaroo.
go box the kangaroo?
I don't want to box a kangaroo.
I
I
do.
want it.
I'm
I'll
gonna drug him up till I get practice, though. Slow down his reaction time so I can box him properly.
wow.
That's bad.
Wow.
You gotta get my training in, man.
How much have they
I
sold
don't
the
know
kangaroo
what
for?
I don't know what Clay's
know.
been on, but all of the rest of us in the podcast, we don't condone animal cruelty.
Didn't you
I
just
wanted to
say
point out,
that?
Shut
I
up,
also
and
do
then I
not
just
condone- I also do not condone animal cruelty. So please see the disclaimer at the beginning of the video.
I
I
want.
actually want the kangaroo.
We need to buy
But
the
I do have a box
island,
with the
and we
kangaroo.
need to get the kangaroo.
We'll both wear like that karate sparring gear, the taekwondo stuff with the
Oh,
squishy helmet.
I have those at my mom's house. I
Oh,
still
really?
have that.
Mine are somewhere. I don't know what mine are.
Hey, look,
Mine from the 90s though. So
We
they're
should-
probably a little crusty.
we should roll up
Soft
there
anymore.
and just be like, "We're here for the animal."
Can you imagine showing up in full taekwondo gear, holding like one of those helmets that's clearly shaped like a kangaroo head?
When we roll up there,
Imagine, I don't want to sell to you guys.
when we roll up there, we want the kangaroo, and I want a red hoodie for the kangaroo.
Oh, Kangaroo Jack!
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that movie, man.
But see, we can train up the kangaroo, and then we could be a crime fighting team.
This kangaroo just
With a
roll with
kangaroo.
us.
We'd be like Scooby Doo, but with a kangaroo instead.
You know, I'm actually so down
Scooby-Doo.
for this idea. We need the king.
Scooby
I'm so. I'm designing a T-shirt called
Got it.
Scooby-Roo.
Yes.
I'm designing to Scooby-Roo.
Also, I want to go.
I call Shaggy. I'm gonna be Shaggy. I'll be Velma since I have the glasses, but male Velma.
Melva.
I could just be called Will.
yeah.
But we have Scooby-Roo.
Scooby Roo.
So all right,
You're welcome for that idea.
I'm making these shirts.
Make Jojo look like Scrappy.
Yeah, I was just about to
Please
say
do.
I'm strapping. I'm short as
The
fuck.
kangaroo will be taller than JoJo.
I mean,
kangaroo would probably be taller than me too. Kangaroos are typically don't they get to like 6 foot?
Six.
They're typically like
Yeah,
that'd be.
that'd be
Especially like if you count.
that'd be at least 2
The
2
rule would be the
inches
tallest of the
taller
group.
than me.
Yeah.
what would your wife say if you just walk inside with a kangaroo?
I wouldn't walk inside. I'd walk it to the backyard.
No, man,
Yeah, walking around.
so dogs would be.
Don't say anything about it. Just put it out there. She's just in here eating breakfast one day. Just looks outside. Sees a kangaroo right there.
Just bangs on the glass.
The kangaroo would be scared shit.
Just
Well, what'd you do?
The kangaroo kicked the window. Yeah.
That's the window.
It would be like one of them big ass swole kangaroos, like on that meme. Just
When that nigga bucked at the window.
Nah, man, we gotta keep it a little malnourished so he just can't fuck shit up. Just a little.
No, that way he's always hungry.
Yeah.
So when we release him on like criminals, he just goes and like devours their flesh.
Oh,
And eats the
why is he eating me?
bites their face off.
You
The
know,
mugshots in our local paper just
Seattle
individuals.
had their own legal superhero at one point in time.
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy. They had for like I think for a few years too. It was crazy, but I thought about that when we thought about the crime. I would definitely not want to commit crime knowing that there's a legal kangaroo going around eating people's flesh.
Yeah. For real though? Nah, I would not do that.
That dog
I
will
just
fight
have
that
a-
kangaroo.
I wouldn't even take someone's I wouldn't even steal someone's French fries.
No.
but there's things called
Put it
guns.
back.
Kangaroos are weak to guns.
Not if it's a surprise.
Kangaroos are weak to guns, but surprise kangaroos. Guns are weak to surprise
Oh
kangaroos.
shit, I ain't know you had a kangaroo. I'm going to the house, get my gun.
And you just come out of nowhere. You can't shoot something that's already biting you. This is ignorant.
We're so off topic. All right. So we're gonna be going to see Endgame tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to give you guys a chance to talk about Endgame because I'm just along for the ride. I'll go and expose myself now. I don't like anything that anyone else likes apparently, and I don't like the things that other people like. I don't dislike Avengers. Don't hate me, please. For the love of God, don't hate me. I loved Infinity War, but if you guys would like to talk about it, I don't really have any other information about Endgame.
Well, I don't think there's an issue. Like, I don't think you're wrong for not liking some of the Marvel movies in general.
No, so I have yet to see a Marvel movie that I didn't like.
Okay.
It's just I don't like it to the point where I'm like a fan of it, I guess.
I get what you're
But
saying.
I always go see the movies. I'm like, that was really good. I'm glad
Yeah.
I spent $12 on that. Like,
I can see that.
like I saw the first Iron Man movie back in 2008, you know?
Yeah.
But I
2009.
don't ever watch movies, so that's probably
Wasn't
the
it
problem.
2009?
No, it was 2008.
It's that way.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
we remember we were watching Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 2 was in 10. No, older.
I was with one of my ex-girlfriends and her family at the time, and I was not dating her in 2009, so it had to have been 2008.
I know.
I don't know where the 9 comes from.
I feel the
07
same.
at the earliest.
I feel the same way with the movies. I guess, but I'm a little more. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not excited to go see this movie. I am excited to go see it, but like I'm not like Jojo excited to go see it. So like, that's just how I feel about. I am looking forward to it. You know, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert: Thanos will be in this movie as well.
Yeah.
From what I heard, Thanos will be in this movie.
Wow. That's a good spoiler.
Contrary to what many believe, he was actually the
Were
main.
people actually saying he won't be in the movie?
No.
Okay,
No.
I was like,
Will's being a jackass.
I was laughing along, and you just kept going with it. I was like, please tell me.
I was telling
We have flat
JoJo,
earthers. Don't put anything past people.
you so right. That's how the Earth became flat. Thanos snapped his fingers and it's a cap. And there it is, flat Earth.
Hey, it makes more sense than their theories. At least that one, they just shrugged their shoulders like, fuck it, it's magic. You know? So they're trying to.
You know, it's
use
flat
science that doesn't
because
actually work.
it's flat.
Yeah, it's flat.
right?
You know, you ever seen a round Earth?
You know who I can see
seen a
being a
fist?
flat earther? You remember
Up close?
on Amanda's show?
Here,
remember on Madden show
Yeah.
that one guy, the fucking Drake was playing. He was playing like that high dude.
Oh yeah, I thought that was all that.
Drake?
Was it?
Yeah,
Was it
it was
all
all
that?
that.
Okay,
All
well,
that.
it was all that.
Oh, you mean the
At
West?
one time,
Yeah, the one
went to
time.
the zoo.
Yeah.
I can see that nigga saying that the Earth is
The
flat.
Earth is flat, yeah.
You know,
100%.
guys, the Earth is flat because it's flat.
But like, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this movie. I am. And like I said, this has been my theory the whole time. If I was Thanos, and let's put it, if I was in this movie, I'd be like, look, we need to leave Thanos alone. He's accomplished his goal. All right, if we go fuck with him, we have nothing but to lose something out of this. And if I was Thanos and I saw this big flying ship coming at me, I'd be like, hey, you guys have 2 seconds to turn around or another half of the population is gone.
Or the fact that he threw a fucking planet at Iron Man. Not a planet, but a moon.
A moon?
Yeah, he threw a whole moon at him.
Yeah,
Pulled it out of orbit.
Iron Man was like, if you throw another moon at me, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah. He pulled the whole moon out of orbit in pieces. And it just came crashing down on Iron Man. It was wild.
The Earth's moon?
No, it was a moon from another planet.
Oh,
from
okay.
Titan. It's one of Titan's moons.
Yeah.
Titan is a
Thanos'
fictional planet.
Okay, because I was going to say Titan is Saturn's moon, but
Titan was a fictional planet.
fictional planet, okay.
It's one of.
I thought it was actually Titan is actually Titan still in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
It's just it also has moons there.
Yeah.
It's not a planet. It's still a moon in Marvel universe.
No,
it's
Titan's
a
a planet.
That's what Thanos is from.
Titan's a planet.
In another solar system.
Yeah, because Thanos whole planet. Thanos lived on Titan.
Oh, okay.
There was
I see.
There was a whole. That's where his.
Yeah. I know that they lived on Titan, but I think that it was still in the Marvel universe. It's still a moon of Saturn, but people lived on Titan.
No. I don't think that's the case.
I'm almost 100% sure.
Well, we can look it up later. That's
Yeah.
what I That's what I thought. That's what I always thought.
Because then you'd have to. What would categorize a moon at that point in time? We'd have to ask Clay. What would you categorize as a moon?
It's basically a non-planet that's orbiting around a planet. So like you could have you conceivably have like.
Can a moon have moons?
There have not been any that have been observed.
Yeah. The Titan had its own moon.
Conceivably, sure, but moons tend to be extremely small just because of the way solar systems are formed.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if a moon did have its own moon, it likely would not be gravitationally stable over the life of that solar system. So, in other words, it would eventually get pulled off by the gravity of the bigger planet.
Yeah,
just due to
because
perturbations and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I was because the gravity of the gravity of the moon itself that has it orbiting about it wouldn't be strong enough to keep it in orbit because of the planet that moon is orbiting around.
And it's not that it would immediately pull it off. It's that there'd be gradual nudges every certain amount. Yeah. So unless it was in a stable resonance, it would eventually get kicked out of orbit.
It's a planet.
Titan.
Yeah, I was looking it up right there.
Yeah, Titan was a planet.
Yeah.
It is a planet.
It's based on Saturn's real life moon of the same.
Yeah. It's based on the moon, but it is a planet in the Marvel universe. But none.
Oh, and so a planet is it's a body that orbits around a star. It's has. I'll skip the scientific wording for it, but basically it's mass enough to make itself round, or achieve hydrostatic equilibrium,
or flat.
Fuck off. And then it's effectively cleared out the orbit that it occupies. So it is composed of like 99% of the mass that's within that orbit.
Gotcha.
So like Jupiter has asteroids that are in its orbit at the Lagrange points, but they're so tiny. Even all of them combined together is nothing compared to the mass of Jupiter. And anything larger than that would basically be that's orbiting around the planet itself. So moons orbit planets. So a moon would be orbiting around a planet. They'd probably call it a moonlet or a sub-moon or something like that, but there's no official terminology.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's part of why like Pluto got demoted as they just found more shit out there.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Pluto is a planet.
It's not a planet.
Pluto is a planet.
Pluto, they thought it was a planet because they hadn't found all of the other things that were out there around Pluto, all the other Kuiper Belt objects. So it turns out that Pluto was just the first Kuiper Belt object that we found, and it was one of the biggest. Eventually, they found a bigger one called Eris that's even further out.
They found another planet called Eris?
It's not a planet. It's
It's bigger than Pluto, and it's circling the sun planet.
So I mean, it's just it's basically just a definitional thing.
Yeah.
And they also have weird orbits. All the dwarf planets do. And then they also are either not round, like Haumea is like potato shaped. Yeah. Like legit, it's like an oval, like a big ass oval. It's got like a ring around it too. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope. But anyways, yeah, so they basically just started finding all this other stuff out there because Pluto was found in the 1920s or 30s, I think. 20s.
We interrupt this.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
With more nerd talk.
Nerd.
It was found a long time ago, and that was like before they could really find stuff. And the guy that found it had like a naturally good eyesight too, so like he was able to see Pluto, and other people still had trouble finding it to confirm it, even after he'd already found it. Like he'd go to his telescope, like, look, there it is, and they'd be.
Where?
Yeah, he had really good eyesight.
What are you talking about?
So yeah, that basically as the telescopes got better and better, they found more stuff out there, and so now there's a whole group of objects that are near Pluto's orbit called the Plutinos. So it's the biggest.
Sound like
basically,
or like a singing group.
Yeah. So basically, Pluto wasn't demoted. They just figured out that Pluto belonged to the different families. So I like to think of it as that they found Pluto's family.
All right, guys, I figured out what we should do. We should buy an island. All right. And
Anthrax
get
Island?
Anthrax Island. Get the $500 buy Anthrax Island. We're gonna get a gang of kangaroos.
We still keep saying that, and we need to buy the.
You gonna drop 500?
I will personally drop $500.
I'll drop 250.
I'll drop the other.
Actually, no. I'll drop 125.
I get paid.
Jojo just put $1 on the table.
I get paid on Thursday.
Oh, I got 499 more.
Don't you tempt? Don't you tempt me? I get paid on Thursday. I'll buy the island.
All right.
I am so down.
We could buy. I'm so down for the island. Yeah.
Are we gonna buy a planet?
Then we need.
You can't buy a planet, Jojo.
Why
you
not?
can't claim ownership of it.
Why not?
Because you can't get there to claim ownership of
But
it.
I
what
can
if we
see
get
it.
there?
That doesn't matter.
I can claim it.
Can you
Yeah, I can see the moon.
Can you enforce it?
Yes, because no one else can get there.
And then, but they can also just claim ownership of it.
And they get beat up. That's me enforcing my claim.
Also, I can
Tell me I'm wrong.
Also, I can call the police.
Yeah, that's stealing. That's my planet.
Yeah, that's my planet. They said it belongs to them. I'm calling
Call
the
the
cops.
police because you beat me up.
So
You're stealing.
Yeah.
I'm not stealing.
Yes, you tried to
Bro,
take
I'm
my
on my own
planet.
planet.
I already claimed it.
Nope.
Where's your proof that I didn't?
In these hands.
Yeah.
Police.
Why you snitching? But yeah, about Endgame. Yo, I really think like I don't know anything about the movie because apparently the trailers was just a fucking lie. But I think Corvus Glaive, for you those who don't remember, he's the one from the Black Order with the staff. So since his staff, because in the comics, if his staff is broken, then he can be killed. His staff wasn't broken in Infinity War. So I think that if anything happens with Thanos, Corvus Glaive is going to come back.
Wait, was that
The skinny one with the staff, usually fighting with the girl.
I'm trying to remember.
He's the one that he's the one that jumped in and fought Black Panther's sister when they were redoing Vision.
Oh, the
Yeah.
alien
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I think that Ant-Man is going to shrink down and crawl up Thanos' ass.
There's already a source filmmaker version of that.
Yeah.
Apparently, where someone animated it.
And reverse too, where Thanos did it.
Oh yeah.
He does
Oh, no,
have the
Ant-Man
reality
does.
stone.
Thanos also could just get big enough to where it doesn't happen. So when he tries to grow big, Thanos could then make himself larger. So that way,
Or move him with the space stone.
Or
that is
shrink
also
him.
true.
Or shrink him.
Or turn him into bubbles.
Yeah.
Thanos
He
likes
likes turning
bubbles.
people to bubbles.
Well, so much for that.
So that theory is really shot. But whatever.
That would be hilarious.
It It would be.
If there's a scene where he's climbing up his leg at any point, like Ant-Man's
Everyone's
climbing
like,
up his leg. Oh shit!
Oh,
here
no.
it comes.
Fun fact.
Oh no!
Fun fact: a friend of mine, I used to work with, his sister made a Infinity War tree, right when Infinity War was first coming out, and during Christmas time, and she posted on Twitter and everything like that. So she ended up getting premiere passes for her husband, and her parents to go watch Infinity War at the red carpet viewing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I technically have the power to find out what happened in the movie and ruin it.
Don't ruin the movie. For everybody listening, do not spoil the fucking
Maybe
movie.
we'll cut to a break and then spoil the movie.
7 Days of Peace. Even when whatchamacallit, because other countries are getting it later. They're getting it little towards May. Because UK,
maybe if they were real countries,
You know what?
they'd get it sooner.
You know what? Well,
UK,
you
Germany.
should figure it out, and then pick Jojo up, and then on the way to the movies, just tell him everything that's gonna happen.
Oh God!
I'll fight you. I will fight
Or
So
just
mad
message
right
it to him.
I wouldn't read that far.
Don't put. He would. Yeah, he'd stop reading that.
Yeah.
You'd have to send them one at a time, like send each word one at a time. That way they all just pop up. And
No, I just block them then. You know what? Until we see it, you're blocked on Facebook.
I'm gonna tell Brittany, and I'm gonna tell her to tell you.
If you tell JoJo,
She could have.
someone tell JoJo the spoilers. I got $5
She wasn't gonna
on
see
it.
with me, so
I'll give someone $5 if they tell JoJo spoilers.
no, I'll fight them.
$5
They'll
is
get
fine.
$5.
Well, put your fucking phone down.
Man, Jojo, I'll ask.
Yeah, that's money right there.
I'm super hyped for this movie, man.
The
And
movie-
also, I did hear
I'm moderately hyped for this.
It's just a rumor. I'm not sure, but they said there's not going to be any post credits.
Oh yeah.
I'm still waiting for the post credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know everyone's gonna sit in there anyways.
Yeah,
Oh, there's not.
lying ass
And then,
motherfuckers.
and then we're gonna sit in there, and then there won't be any.
We
I'll
gonna
be damned.
we gonna bring real food into the movie theater. I'm gonna bring a crock pot and an extension cord.
Nah, no, we're not doing the Boondocks thing.
A crock pot and an extension cord. It was just. Is that roast beef?
That's
Give me a big ass of popcorn and eat most of it before the movie started.
But yeah, it's just out of respect. Just don't spoil the movie. I like Disney's kind of been doing that too. They did it with Star Wars.
Yeah.
They did like
That movie was trash. No one wanted to spoil the trash movie.
Not that
That's
movie.
why it didn't get spoiled.
Not that movie. It was like 2 years ago.
That movie also was trash, and no one wanted to spoil the trash movie.
I don't know, man. 7 wasn't that bad.
I forgot which one it was, but it was like a post of like 7 Days of Peace.
That was for episode 7.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember that. Everyone hated episode 8, so they were like, just spoil it so people don't have to go to the theater.
but yeah, like the actors made a video about it. Don't spoil Avengers. Spend flyers just going all around.
I have half of mine to record this and just post it on Facebook. I just have half of mine, just a big event, just record it and just post it on Facebook. Be like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
You can spoil.
You just go live in the movie theater.
Or just literally like find
And no
out
pee
tonight,
breaks.
and then just post like a video of yourself. Just start talking about stuff like this. Hey, it's me, it's Will. What's up? We're out here, we're doing this, and Snape kills Dumbledore like that. Just drop the spoiler like in that, where they just don't expect it. So they're they're already into the video, and then it just gets dropped. And, oh no!
Fuck! I'm gonna even drop JoJo's name in there. I'm just
Hey,
so
what's up,
happy.
Miss JoJo?
No, it ain't.
People would be so irate with you.
I
You would get
posted.
death threats.
You know what?
I think you.
I figured out how we can get followers on our Twitter account.
Oh no.
Go live on Twitter. Oh no, you can't go live.
You just post a spoiler on Twitter.
Oh god.
That's
It would
probably
get
already happened.
it would get retweeted
That's
so
probably-
hard. So many people retweet that.
Somebody already did links to the not links, but shots
Yeah.
of the movie.
Somebody already did.
Because like UK, Philippines, and all that, they got the movie 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The movie's technically been out since the 22nd.
Why did they get it first? It's our movie.
I don't know, but there's a list of dates when it comes out.
They got their movie the day after we premiered ours.
Really?
Yeah. We premiered ours on the 22nd. They got it the 23rd.
Yeah.
Oh. She is trying to.
Yeah, it was as early as April 24th, and
Somebody who
Russia's going to get on the 29th. Sucks to suck.
Yeah. Playing second fiddle as usual.
Oh no, it was yesterday. Brazil, Chile, UK, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Israel, Poland. Damn, Turkey.
For someone that doesn't want spoilers, this nigga's like looking up all the stuff.
No, I didn't look it up. It was already just on Facebook, and that's not a spoiler. The date is not a spoiler.
You know, I'm waiting for them to they do that, and then all of a sudden they slip a picture in and be like, "Joe, ah!"
No, I have the screenshots. Not screenshots, but the pictures.
All right, man.
All right.
This movie's gonna be good. It's really not much to say about
Yeah,
it.
we're excited. We're excited to actually see it.
I'm excited.
All right. So, do we want to talk about the Black community issues? Is everyone feeling up to that, or do you want to do it next week?
Guys, we promise next week.
We could also meet up Sunday.
Oh,
That's fine.
I am actually available.
Just because it's already midnight.
Game of Thrones Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. You better not interrupt Game of Thrones.
We can do it earlier in the day. I mean,
I work Sunday.
I work on Sunday.
We could do it tomorrow,
we could do it tomorrow.
but it'd have to be early.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Oh yeah, time would be.
Okay.
We just look, guys. Next episode, just be prepared. We will be talking about the community and how the police affect the community and its interaction with it. Look forward to it.
It's because there's too many single mothers.
He is not wrong.
I have the statistics to back it up.
He is
The numbers are there.
Yeah.
3/4 of us have done research, and that's why we're not doing it today.
We could legitimately do it though. I mean,
Yeah.
But it's also 12.
it is 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 12.
Yeah, I'm just saying, do you have the energy
We're
for it?
12 and we're talking about 12, so I think that's it. Bad
So it's
juju.
perfect.
Bad juju. The cops is going to roll up.
That's 144.
Who? It is. 12 times 12 is 144. Did you know if it's divided by 12, it also equals 12?
Oh my god.
Shit.
My mind is blown.
It's like those things where it's like, take your number. All right, multiply by 8. All right, add 2. Now subtract 2. Now divide by 8. Now subtract your original number. Well, you got 0. And they're like, oh my god.
How did he do it?
So they just did the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I actually did that with one of my friends where I was like, all right, do this, do this, do this. But I made it like really complicated. I made her take the sign of it at one point.
And then you had to multiply it by the 10? Not the 10, by the...
No, I just had it come out to pi over 2 or whatever. Like took her number, basically just turned it into pi over 2, and it was like take the sign of it, and then it was 1.
Oh.
She was like, "Oh my god,
How did he do that?
And then I was like,
Chris Angels.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys
Don't you
for
got something else
tuning
to
in.
talk about?
What? No, that was it. That was the last
Yeah.
thing.
Oh.
That's
Thank
why I
you
was
guys
asking if
for
y'all want
tuning
to
in.
talk about that.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. We
Yeah.
love to share the
Old
drugs with
ass
you
man.
guys.
And you stop chewing
Hey,
on
I'm
that
old
damn
too,
towel.
okay? I'm the oldest.
Hey, don't chew on that.
Yeah, Clay is older than me.
Yeah. Call him an old man. I'm an old man.
I think I'm the oldest.
Huh?
Nah.
You're the biggest.
Will's the youngest. No, Jojo's the youngest.
Oh,
No,
No,
Will's
Will's
the
the youngest.
youngest.
Yeah, Will's the youngest.
Yeah. Oh, because I'm short? Huh? Damn, jackass.
I was just going off.
You know that makes sense.
I was just going off the maturity level, man.
Yeah, maturity
Oh,
level,
come
yeah.
on, man.
Okay.
I'm the
Yeah.
youngest.
No,
Oh,
I was saying he was the youngest because of the maturity level.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fair
I'll
enough.
accept that one.
I think
Okay.
Clay would be.
Jojo's just like, hey, fair. You think I what?
I think Clay would be the oldest maturity lie. maturity level.
You're a scientist.
Sometimes. In some ways, yes. In other ways, no.
You're just scientist. And also, you try to censor me and Tyme.
Only in real life where there's actual consequences.
Ain't no consequences of what we do.
Then
There
that
hasn't
mean
been.
would it be
Yeah.
me be the oldest then?
Will
No.
will probably be the oldest. Clay only.
No, you're the worst.
Well,
Yeah.
how am I the
You're the
worst?
worst.
We try to
Not
set
at
Tyme on
maturity
fire.
level. You can be.
It
It's
is. Will
complicated.
can be the worst, but then I can see in certain places where Will could be the oldest, but that's only because Clay is almost always late for everything, and I don't know what Clay actually does.
He sells
Like
drugs.
that bad. I really do believe that Clay may sell drugs.
He's the pusher.
Like,
I
look,
don't sell drugs. If I sold drugs, Tom would not be asking for drugs constantly.
Fair.
That's the ploy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
I
Go
think
get my
that
house raided by the police, man.
I think that I don't know what Clay does.
Nerdy shit.
I know he goes to work and he tutors.
You do
But
cocaine?
What? No.
you be fucking them moms, don't you?
I knew it!
Yeah, you be fucking them moms, don't you, Clay? That's maybe what Clay does.
Clay, you slide dog, you. Kids
Why
over
don't
here.
you share?
I don't need. They weren't Hispanic, Will. I just thought that was what you wanted.
You know that's fair. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the lookout.
I was on the lookout, yeah.
What about Tyme?
Time? You want? Is that what you wanted? You wanted moms the whole time. Is that your?
He does want to go and fill the ridges.
After hearing the herpes,
Go in there and fill the ridges.
after hearing
Oh Jesus!
after hearing the herpes
You can tell
statistic,
how
I'm
old
afraid to
they
have
are,
sex.
just like trees. You-
all the rooms that you go in.
72?
Count the rooms.
Yeah, I knew it.
That's
Y'all are awful. Y'all are terrible.
You don't
No,
know.
I'm dead.
Okay.
No, it's not me.
That is awful.
See, I told you, man.
That is awful.
Well,
They are worse than
Oh
me.
my God.
I'm not the worst
Move
one.
that shit from
Feel
me.
the ridges.
Will is 100% the worst one.
No way, I'm the worst one.
Will is the worst one.
No, I am not the worst.
Don't you think handicap?
Will has done the worst things. It alternates who's the worst one
Will has
depending on
not
what's
done
going on.
the
in the
worst
moment.
thing.
Didn't you shit on the floor of a restaurant?
I ain't shit on the floor of a restaurant.
Yeah, why would you do that, Will?
No, Tyme did
Why
that.
you did that?
No, you did that too. You shit on the wall or some shit.
I
You did.
never shit on the
You
wall.
shit on the floor of a restaurant.
Yes, he did.
When?
Right
now, tell me when.
Recently, whenever it was
Recently? Recently?
whenever we went to the Vanguard, the 3v3.
Man, I took my pants off as soon as I hit that bathroom. As soon as the thing closed, I took my... I couldn't... I was first I ran from a gas station bathroom.
He didn't run. That nigga walked. I saw that nigga.
I had to be very careful with these steps, Clay, because I was holding in something powerful. And it looked like a freshly clean bathroom too. I know I ruined somebody's day.
It was Steak and Shake.
Yeah, Will did
Let's show
shit
it for a
steak and
second,
shit.
but where? Okay.
It was Subway, wasn't it? For
It
you?
was a Subway, and it said no, and it
Fresh
said
my
no.
ass.
It said no public bathroom, so I at least adhered to the rules and bought a cookie. But it was bad in there.
Did you walk in? He was like, you gotta buy some first. Can I take?
Nah. Luckily,
Just as you stand there at the counter arguing, just up.
luckily, I didn't have to explain myself. He was in the back. I think he was getting stuff prepared. He was the only one in there, and I came. I did a Bruce Almighty and took these pants down, and I just started shitting, and it was bad.
If somebody,
There was shit all on the floor, all
if that
on
was
the
me,
seat of the toilet. Some hit the sink. Some hit the sink.
how did it hit the sink?
Did you even try to shit in the toilet?
I
got something in there. I got something in there.
That isn't. Did you try?
Yeah.
Did you flush it?
As much as we go down.
How am I?
They need to bring the plunger.
Ain't
They need
no
to break
way.
some of that up.
Ain't no way. I'm the worst one. Ain't no way.
I think the toilet was allergic to fudge.
Walk me through how this happens. You mean you closed the door and locked it?
I closed
Without
the door.
walking further towards the toilet, you pulled your pants down.
I couldn't make it, Clay.
You were already in the stall.
I pulled my because it was just one person bathroom.
It's one of
So
those
I
large
closed the door and
bathrooms.
locked.
Okay.
And I closed the door, and I didn't wait to lock it. I pulled my pants down.
Anyone
Locked
could have walked in on
You
that.
were that close.
I had the shit, Clay. You remember watching Dragon Ball Z and when the planet was about to blow up and Goku was going from ship to ship trying to figure out? I went from bathroom to bathroom, and I had the shit.
Oh man.
So
I'm not the worst one.
How did any of it get in the toilet? That you didn't just squat there right in
I
front
mean,
of the door?
obviously, I'm not gonna continue to shit in front of the door. I'm gonna try to get some. I'm not a total jackass.
Maneuvering towards the toilet, leaving a trail of shit.
That's exactly how it was.
Were you squatted the whole time, or did you shit on your pants?
I hit some of my underwear. I didn't hit my pants, luckily. Those underwear were left there. That's underwear was left there.
He just looks at the underwear. Oh, that's bad.
See? Told you. I'm not the worst one.
Oh,
I am not.
My God.
You guys can't sit here and listen to that foolishness and say I'm the fucking worst one.
It
You
was
shit somebody's pants.
I
It
technically...
was-
I never hear about this.
because it
It
recently.
recently
Yeah,
happened. It
happened.
happened like a couple weeks ago.
It was still in April.
You're 28.
Man, I couldn't make it, man. I had to get off the house because it said we were only like 5 minutes away from the venue where we were supposed to be at. And I was like, okay, I think we can make it. And I seen the exit. Oh no, I can't make it. I turned it up for the exit.
I couldn't have been Tyme in that situation. Somebody asked me, like, hey, you gotta pay for something. I look at him, I'm sorry. Just take down my pants. Oh no.
He just started crying. He just squatted in the middle of the restaurant crying.
Crying and shitting.
I know I ruined his day because it was super clean in that bathroom. I know it was almost like somebody put their back into it scrubbing in that bathroom,
Wow.
and I just ruined it. It was bad. It was bad.
Ladies, he's still single. Just in case you're wondering.
Like I said, I'm not.
Not unless you can clean a bathroom real good.
That's bad.
While he's looking for ability to clean bathrooms.
So you're looking for a Mexican.
Woo, wow.
That's
Wow, I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
See,
I was telling the truth.
told you, Jojo is the worst one.
Nope.
Him and Tyme.
I hardly do anything.
I hardly do anything.
But when he does, it supersedes anything we do.
Nuh-uh. When I do things, it does not supersede.
Time for shitting in the bathroom. You are definitely going in the villain of the month for this month. All right.
Does it
You
make
earned
any
villain of
difference
the month.
that guy was an Indian guy that owned the store?
That wasn't the designated shitting street.
He probably
Okay?
thought it was. He was like, they do this in this country?
They shit. He's gonna have the toilet removed. It's just go. I gotta shit. Just
Why did I
remove the
clean it?
toilet. Yeah, just go shit in there.
So,
It was bad in there, man. Y'all lucky y'all didn't see it. It was bad in there.
I hate you
my
guys.
God.
I hate you guys.
Oh my.
Y'all made me villain of the month, and you got foolishness like
We can't
this.
ever go back to that store with you in tow.
Oh yeah, man! I've
no, we
already
have no
crossed that
reason.
place off of the list. that place,
We have no reason to go to that Subway.
that place, the place that the
Hardee's.
gas station by Sugar Lips house.
I'll bleep that out.
There's a Sugar Lips. This is a common name. So you don't have to.
Just in case.
Okay.
It's really more in case he gets mad.
All right.
So fuck that nigga.
But he couldn't.
I agree. Fuck
If
it.
he
Now I
gets
have to
mad,
fuck
if he gets mad, he can't take any legal action against us because we just said Sugar Lips. We didn't say his full name.
Yeah,
It's true, but
I was just about to say just off impulse.
You know, that almost makes
We should
wanna-
bleep it out and put Sugar Lips over it.
Ooh.
Sugar Lips.
You
I
know,
might-
Sugar Lips.
I'm your friend.
All right.
That nigga ain't your friend for that one.
I need a moment of silence so that Tyme can say Sugar Lips. All right, go.
Sugar Lips.
All right, that'll be dubbed in over the name.
All right, now we're just talking, man. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I think that was it.
that is wild. I hate y'all niggas.
Through the magic of editing.
Next week, guys, we're gonna have serious discussions. Look forward to it.
Yeah, we'll probably try to get like an extra session in or something like that.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
And also, we won't be talking about Endgame. Unless like,
Next
we
week
might.
will be 7 days.
Oh yeah, it will
Yeah.
be. Yeah, we'll talk about Endgame.
Fair game.
Yep.
Y'all better see that damn movie.
Oh, we will.
No, not y'all.
Oh, them?
People
Oh, they
listening,
bet
yeah.
every fucking body
better
out
watch
there
the
better
damn
see that.
movie.
And let's be realistic.
There will be spoilers next week.
This podcast, that podcast may not come out to the week following.
Oh no, they're all
And
gonna
if
be
you
up
still
tomorrow.
haven't seen
Oh, excuse me.
including this one.
Oh, excuse
That
me.
is my only thing. I am finally at the point where this is the only thing on my schedule tomorrow.
Well, let's end this.
Aside from Endgame.
Let's end this because these dogs are acting wild.
Yeah, they
it,
are.
them jackasses.
Act like you got some class.
Meet up.
All right.
Well,
Good night, everyone.
Adios.
Dose.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We had fun sharing the drugs.
There was drugs.
Drugs.